I finally found my seat in the stadium on this gorgeous Thursday, but actually, I'm at a new feature here at the Broncos Stadium. It's called the Mile High Monument. It's a miniature old Mile High stadium. It's really cool. The fans are all here checking out. I'm walking down the stairs there. I can't walk and talk too well. We got some Broncos fans here checking out the pictures of all the great memories, AFC Championship games. There's a miniature field. Hi, how you doing, Southern Colorado? Hey, thanks for the lead block there, buddy. And it's just really cool. There's a scoreboard behind our camera here, the old South Stands, a really, really festive atmosphere as Bronco fans are reliving some of the great moments that the Broncos had in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Well, let's talk about tonight's game. The Broncos are in a bit of a transition. Peyton Manning was the guy who called all the plays at the line of scrimmage and all the gyration and settling the fans down when the Broncos were in the red zone. Well, the Broncos will look a little bit differently this year. No more Sheriff calling plays for the Broncos at quarterback. In fact, this year his replacement will be Trevor Siemian. Siemian will be making his first career start tonight as the Broncos take on the Carolina Panthers, as the Broncos go from one of the most recognizable sports figures in the world to a guy who's a relatively unknown in the world of sports.
My wife was everything good in a person. Very kind-hearted. Just a real pleasant person to be around. Bright smile.
Eric Seremit met his wife Sonia in 2004. They married 4 years later and have 2 children, Amelia and Annabelle. They enjoyed the outdoors together and loved the sense of adventure.
This is what we did on the weekends. We were adventurous and we were like, well, let's not sit around. Let's go see if we can see some fall foliage and take a little drive.
With their 2 little girls in the car, the drive continued toward Route 9 near Hartselle.
Took a turn and then life changed.
While Eric was driving, the car drifted toward the right side of the road. He overcorrected and the car rolled twice, hitting some fences, and they ended up in a ditch. Sonia was ejected from the car. The family airlifted to the hospital. Sonia died from the injuries she suffered. She was 37 years old.
We talk about it every night. Yeah. You know, my daughter nearly every night talks about the fence we hit, talks about the helicopter, mommy going to heaven in the helicopter, every night. So that's part of my reality.
Eric says he won't ask the question why.
Whether I contributed to the hand being dealt, whether it was dealt to me, whether there's fate, whether there's God, whether there's reasons beyond our comprehension, the bottom line is, I have 2 daughters to raise.
It was the Air Force lacrosse family that helped Eric and his daughters during the grieving process.
Here we go, do it again.
Every day, Sonia's in their thoughts.
I think of Sonia every day, and the best thing I could do is raise my daughters, keep Sonia's spirit alive, talk about her, make sure she's a part of our everyday. I was very grateful that she's in my life.
17 years ago, I definitely never thought I'd ever drive again.
Sam Schmidt is a quadriplegic. He is driving again because of the technology that has been designed by Colorado-based Aero Electronics.
Basically, I wear glasses that have receiving beacons on them, and so that is what turned the car. Okay. Just turn left, it goes left, and right.
The former Indy driver is able to steer, accelerate, and brake, all by moving his mouth.
Then I have a straw in my mouth, which I blow into. Really hard to go fast or really soft to go slow, and then I suck to stop.
Robbie Unser will be his co-pilot on Sunday, and he has a few rules for Schmidt.
There's no laughing, there's no looking at trees.
I think Robbie's got to trust me more than I got to trust him, because I don't think he's very used to sitting in the right seat.
Schmidt says Sunday will be one of the most exciting things he has ever done.
I've raced a sailboat, I've raced a hot air balloon, I've swam with some sharks, so I've done some pretty crazy things. So I just had some great opportunities, but this by far is the most exhilarating and fulfilling because I'm doing it. I'm doing it myself, and I'm in control of my own destiny.